Hello everyone, I am from Group 10 and our material is fossilization and stabilization of second language. Member of Group 10 is number 1, I am Saskia Menina, number 2, Cindy Yuliani, number 3, Septiar Adam, number 4, Rian Wartakusuma, number 5, Muhammad Maldini Al-Hashib. Number 1, fossilization. The term fossilization has been used to explain a permanent end state of linears. Interlanguage implying that linears never overcome these end states of interlanguage regardless of linear's ability. Linear's opportunities or their motivation to learn. When Selinker 1972 defined linear's language as interlanguage which is the different from their target language. He declared that about 95% of the learners will never learn a target language regardless of age, instruction, input, or learners will. This learners causation was named as fossilization. Numerous research have tried to explain causes or reason of the end states. Okay, next. Number 2, the, the first definition and characteristic of fossilization. 2.1 Definition of fossilization. Some characteristics of fossilization are still controversial, but the key characteristic which is researchers who advocate the existence of fossilization agree on is impossibility or eradication of errors. Even if learners seems to learn a future in gift-centered circumstances such as a high anxiety or exciting situation, they would make error again on the future. Slinker 1972. They seems to learn the future, but error occur in a certain situation. The percentage of error is beyond learners will and effort to overcome. Throughout 1994 claims that fossilization is inevitable for all learners, so there instead of language, learners learning is forever interlanguage and can never be a target language. Hans 2000 and 2004. Definition is the name same as Schlinker's 1972, except the age-related issues. According to Lena Birds, 1967, critical period hypothesis learner after a certain age have difficult acquiring a second of foreign language. Han claims that full attainment of second language acquisition among adult learners is impossible regardless of both internal reasons such as motivation and internal reasons such as quality of input. Therefore, Han 2004 presumes that fossilization is a characteristic among adult language learners, not among children. Fossilization, a permanent learning causation, is different from stabilization, which is defined as a temporary learning causation. According to Long 2003. Stabilization is a common phenomenon which can occur during a language learning process. Stabilization can be overcome a language develops process even though it can take a long. According to Slinker 1972, stabilization is often a precursor of fossilization. He claims that fossilization is permanent stabilization of learning. Okay, this is my presentation and will be continue by next presentation. Thank you.
Okay, I will continue the material, third global and local fossilization. Slinker 1993 and Taron, Fraunhofer and Slinker 1976. City in Han 2004 claimed that fossilization occur in world language system globally, yet computers 1989, Han 2004 and Lavier 1998. Instead, local fossilization which occur in some areas locally. Computers 1989 show us that fossilization occur locally. He interviewed both near-native speakers of French and French native speakers in order to examine hypotheses about whether there were differences among actual language use, proficiency, and their intuition on grammar. On the basis of this finding, Computers 1989 conclude the fossilization can affect their knowledge or performance, which means that fossilization may occur locally even though there are still controversial about whether fossilization occur locally or globally, and more explanation and research are needed. Hence, 2004. Local fossilization theory sounds persuasive since many learners easily learn one feature, such as the third-person singular, while they have difficulty in using another feature as a perfect tense. 4. L1 interference and critical period hypothesis. Slinker 1972 suggests 5 reasons to explain the causes of fossilization. The reasons are: first, language transfer; second, transfer of training; third, strategy of second language learning; fourth, strategy of second language communication; 5. Overgeneralization of target language. Linguistic material. Slinker 1972 pp 216-217. Slinker claims that fossilization is a learning process rather than product because 4 reasons, except the first reason, language transfer are related to language learning process. Slinker and Laxmanan 1992 believe that more than one factor causes the occurrences of fossilization. They propose multiple effect principle. More than one causes contribute to fossilization, and the combination of multi-factor exchange the intensity of fossilization. One factor interact with other factor, such as linguistic, cognitive, psychological, or social variable, which result in different degrees of fossilization among learners whose native language are the same, causing inter-learner differences. The next material will be presented by the next presenter.
Hello, my name is Septiar Adam. In this video, I will present my material. The first one is about socio-affective variables. The participants were near-native foreign language teachers who were aware to their learning session, but they all agreed their foreign language was good enough for their career and communication need. Vallet make an interesting distinction between school learners and street learners. School learners systematically learn a language through knowledge about grammar, or syntax. Yet their vocabulary is limited compared to the street learners who learn words extensively from interpersonal communication. Fossilization often occurs more to street learners who have erroneous grammar rules which cannot be eradicated. Street learners' inaccurate grammar becomes systematic, which makes them impossible to undo, which repeated practice of inaccurate grammar in communication. Issues in fossilization and stabilization 155 to authentic input from native speakers. It's beyond their input threshold, which lead to fossilization. School learners' interlanguage is less fossilized because they have fewer chance to practice their speaking, which can help interlanguage to prevent to be fossilized. Learners tend to value meaning more than form as they get older, but it deactivates the language acquisition device which contribute to an input process. As a result, their language becomes fossilized. The idea that school learner ends up with fewer fossilized features than street learners need more explanation. However, it warrants a risk of fossilization in current heavy communication emphasized language classroom, where the teachers often tend to ignore grammar education. One of the biggest current language instructional trends is an attempt to increase chance of communication practices and classroom tasks, which can make students interact more. However, Valet shows concern about quality of instruction because the number of repetition of phrases or rules or the number of the chance speaking practice may not guarantee accurate or non-fossilized language. Instead, a balanced instruction between grammar emphasized approaches and communicative approach can be a solution to prevent fossilization. Does fossilization exist? Long doubt the existence of fossilization and claim that is only theoretically possible and empirically impossible. To differentiate stabilization from fossilization, since fossilization has not been proved in a whole lifespan research yet. The main question is how researchers ensure the learners confront permanent fossilization of learning, not temporary long-term stabilization. For example, to advocate the existence of fossilization, Han referred to Dr. Shi was renowned psychist who was able to write numerous academic papers and to communicate in English fluently, but her obituary records her suffering due to her second language, English. In the US, to give empirical evidence about problem of fossilization research, Long studied Ayoko, a Japanese woman who had lived in Hawaii for 52 years after she moved into Hawaii when she was 22. Her husband was a third-generation Japanese American who spoke Hawaiian Creole English. English had numerous lexical gaps, little complex syntax, and many persistent morphological errors. However, Long hesitates to sentence fossilization to Ayoko's interlanguage since he could find systematic error patterns, and Ayoko's English was not native-like at all. Given this inappropriate evidence, and participant Long's study also made the same mistake with previous research about fossilization. As a consequence of lack of empirical studies, researchers have not reached a consensus for the existence of fossilization yet. Even in L1 acquisition, children undergo plateau-like stability for a while before they fully acquire their L1, so it is impetus for Selinger and Han to claim the existence of fossilization. Fossilization can occur different subsystems and context depending on a learners.
Okay, in this session, I will explain about the long-term stabilization. Different combination of linguistic features and variations as a reason for fossilization are possible among different learners, since learners whose native languages are the same show different levels of fossilization. But general processes of stabilization across learners can be predictable based on many possible reasons explained so far. Stabilization is an outcome of process rather than product, and it occurs locally rather than globally. Multiple effects principle explains many factors are possibly involved in long-term stabilization. L1 and critical period play critical roles in the initial stage of stabilization. L1 critical period and other cognitive factors such as complexity of rules and or disconnection between semantics and syntax or no one-to-one correspondence between form and meaning are involved in stabilization, and these features are aggravated when learners participate in inappropriate learning procedures such as avoidance and or unbalanced development between performance and competence. Okay, in the next slide, I will explain prediction of long-term stabilization. Fossilized structure cannot be destabilized when multiple factors are involved in the process, even with consequences raising strategies proposes a possibility of defossilization multiple effect principle in that once the multiple factors are not pedagogic intervention directly targeting them, no factor can destabilize the persistent and resistant interlanguage structure, thereby leading to restructuring. Therefore, teachers can better prepare to prevent stabilization if they know the multiple factors in advance. A strong relationship between stabilization and language transfer has been believed, but several exceptions show the opposite cases. Learners have more difficulties to learn target language items which are similar to their L1, and L1 transfer is not present in every incidence of long-term stabilization. Proposes that stabilized features are either due to learners L1 or the complexity of target language form. The target language feature can be stabilized if they are too complex to learn even though they are similar to learners L1. In addition to the complexity of target language form, semantic ambiguity can be one of the reasons of long-term stabilization. The presentation will be next by the next presenter.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Madin Alapsi, and I'm going to continue the presentation and explain about the conclusion. So, there are three main topics of this presentation. It's about fossilization, stabilization, and the difference between stabilization and fossilization. So, fossilization refers to the process in which incorrect language becomes a habit and cannot easily be corrected. In the classroom, errors in general take time to correct, but a fossilized error may never be corrected unless the learner sees a reason to do so. Teachers can help learners notice their fossilized errors by, for example, recording them speaking. The second one is stabilization. Stabilization is a common phenomenon which can occur during a language learning process. Stabilization can be overcome as language development proceed even though it can take a long time. Stabilization is often a precursor of fossilization. Uh, Fossilization is a permanent stabilization of learning. And now the difference. The difference between stabilization and fossilization. Stabilized errors are the ones that eventually disappear as the learner makes progress, whereas fossilized errors are those which do not disappear entirely regardless of the input and exposure given to the learner. That's all of our presentation. Thank you for your attention, and if you have any question, please ask in the group chat. Thank you.